Integrating iPatch with Cisco EnergyWise, the future of energy management. Real-time location-based energy management using intelligent infrastructure. So the agenda for this presentation is as follows. Firstly, we look at the need for energy management. Then Cisco's technology for energy management, which is Cisco EnergyWise. And thirdly, we look at some of the advantages of adding intelligent infrastructure. So why do we need to manage energy? Well, it's getting more and more expensive all the time, and as well as that, we are consuming more and more energy. And each of us in the EU, each of the EU states, we have emission targets for 2012, and you can see from the red there that some of us are falling behind. And thirdly, CO2 emissions generated by increased energy consumption are damaging to our environment. And if we look at a typical commercial office building, about a quarter of the energy bill comes from the use of the IT equipment. And Cisco's EnergyWise technology allows us to measure, manage and regulate energy usage. And Cisco EnergyWise, it uses a logical representation of the physical network. So to implement energy management using this technology, you need to know where all of the equipment is, and you need to know where it's all connected. So Cisco EnergyWise uses a domain which is a logical representation of the physical network, and mapping all of this connectivity, where everything is and where everything is connected. This can get very complex very quickly. But CommScope Intelligence is a technology to provide this real-time connectivity mapping. So with intelligent infrastructure, you have a comprehensive view of the physical layer. So that's all the cabling, the patching, the connected devices, all of the connectivity. And this technology updates the connectivity mapping in real time. So this information is always up to date. And when we combine both technologies, we can manage energy in real time on a location basis. So that means we can select multiple rooms, floors, buildings, and the system automatically determines all of the connectivity for the location we've selected, so that we can just simply apply energy management policies then to those selected locations. Combining these two technologies gives us three unique advantages. Firstly, we've real-time location accuracy for applying energy management policies. Secondly, all of that complexity is handled by the system, so it greatly simplifies the process of energy management. And thirdly, we can now measure, manage and regulate energy usage per location. So we can easily identify locations where energy usage is particularly high or particularly low. It opens up the possibility to correlate energy usage versus resource usage, for example. And when we combine these two technologies, intelligent infrastructure and Cisco EnergyWise, it opens up a lot of new possibilities. We can measure energy usage in a specific location or multiple locations. This means we can identify locations where energy usage is particularly high or particularly low. We can easily pinpoint daisy-chained connections. So when IT administrators need to push updates to computers, typically out of hours, and the network connection is unavailable because the IP phone is powered down, then we have a unique method of enabling that network connectivity to the computer through its connection through the IP telephone. We can easily identify any wireless access points which currently have devices logged on connected. We can prevent unauthorized usage of equipment. So by creating a simple policy to power off all equipment, for example in a meeting room, that would be telephones, computers, wireless access points, video conferencing equipment, and so on. By creating a simple policy to power these off, it automatically prevents unauthorized usage of all of this equipment. We can create zero energy zones based on user defined policies. So we could pick a location, power everything off for a specific duration, thereby creating specific zero energy zones. For serviced offices or managed offices, we can measure total energy usage in a specific location for a specific duration, so that can help with billing. For the hot desk environment, we can activate all of the connectivity for a desk or multiple desks. We can do this one at a time, on a one-time basis, or on a regular policy basis. For safety, we could easily create a policy to automatically shut down, power off high energy devices at night, which maybe somebody forgot to turn off. For example, space heaters in offices. In the data center, with real-time connectivity mapping from the physical infrastructure, we have much more visibility. That enables us to monitor in real time energy usage per rack. So we could look down a row of racks and visualize the energy usage profile. We can determine where there are inactive devices which are still consuming electrical energy. We can determine racks which are still consuming power, where all the servers in the rack have been disconnected from the network. So here we look at the software which allows us to use the real-time connectivity mapping from the physical layer for managing energy usage. So the location tree on the left-hand side here, it shows the live connectivity data from the intelligent infrastructure. Here we can drill down from the building, the floor, the room, right down to the connected devices. And you can see the wireless access point with an iPod connected wirelessly there. We can also see the electrical connections. So there's a power outlet here which is live, and there's a desktop computer connected to that. Looking at the properties of one of the faceplates, we can see the full connectivity. We can see the switch port, the status of the link, the devices that are discovered there, and we can see the energy usage. We could search for an object, for example a device, could be a PC or IP telephone, iPod. And we can right click to locate this on the floor plan. Here you can see we can zoom in on the floor plan to pinpoint the located device. We can select an EnergyWise power level. 0 means complete power off, all the way up to 10, which provides full power on. And as well as sending an EnergyWise power level to a connection, we can also send a wake on LAN signal. And this signal will cause the computer to automatically power on when it's connected at the selected location. So you can see that the results window shows that the power level that we've selected has been applied to the selected location. The software determines in real time the connectivity so that the right policy is applied to the right location at the right time. You can see it's just as a note, at this location one of the jacks is not yet connected to a switch port. However, the system using intelligence will automatically apply this policy whenever the jack gets connected and that circuit is established. So here you can see straight away the phone is powered on, and as soon as the phone is powered up, the laptop receives that wake on LAN signal, so the laptop gets automatically powered on too. At some point later, when the other jack gets a connection to a switch port, the system will automatically detect that connection and then apply the correct policy. Here, looking at the properties, we can see that both connections have been established and the correct power level has been applied. We can look at this. The proof of concept software we've created allows us to use the connectivity mapping from the physical layer for the automation of energy usage management. We can easily create a new policy to be applied to a selected location. But for regular policy, we can select the days, for example, weekdays, Monday to Friday. Then we can select the start time and finish time. We can zoom around the floor plan and pick certain locations if we want to exclude them from the list of locations that we've selected. So we can do this from the location tree on the left there, or we can click the locations from the floor plan. We press the button then, and the system will apply that policy to all of the jacks in the locations we've selected. When we press the profile button, we can view all of the policies which have been applied. Looking at one of the faceplates, we can see that our regular policy has been applied to the jacks which are connected to this faceplate. Here we look at the software, proof of concept software, which allows us to use the connectivity mapping from the intelligent infrastructure for the measurement of energy usage. Here we can select multiple locations. In this case, I selected several rooms, and we can view the live energy usage for each of the selected locations. In the same way, we can select multiple racks in a row and see the energy usage for those. With the meter, by pressing the meter button, we can get a live view of the energy usage in a selected location. So here you can see the meter displays in real time the energy usage at the location I've selected there. In this example, I've just switched on an electric desk heater, space heater, which consumes about 700 watts. So you can see the energy rising there straight away. As soon as we power down equipment at a given location, you can see the meter usage drops off straight away. When we select a location, we can see the following for that location. We can see all the connectivity information, so all the jacks and the jacks that are there and all the jacks that are connected. We can see the total consumption in terms of units of electricity, kilograms of CO2 emissions, and we can see the estimated cost. We can also see from the system what the projected usage would be, and that's what that red line going across is. The green line beneath it shows what the energy usage would be by applying a simple kind of Monday to Friday regular energy management policy. The difference between the two, between the red line and the green line, is what we could the savings that could be achieved in terms of electrical units, kilowatt hours, CO2 emissions, and also financial savings as well. So just to sum up, there are three unique advantages to combining intelligent infrastructure with Cisco EnergyWise. There's real-time location accuracy from the physical layer. Energy management becomes greatly simplified because all the complexity is managed by the system, and allows us to measure, manage, and regulate energy usage per location. That concludes the presentation. Thank you very much.